Good morning, everyone, and happy Friday. I'm Matthew Handley, and I hope you're having a good start to the end of the week. This is Michigan Mornings from Ave Maria Radio and the Ave Maria Radio app. We've got a lot of news to get to and your local weather, so let's get right into it. After deliberating for just over a day, a jury in Oakland County Thursday evening returned a guilty verdict on all counts in the trial of James Crumbley. He's the father of the Oxford High School shooter. News Nation's Leland Vitter has more.
Crumbley Sr. was charged with 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter, one for each of the students killed by his son at Oxford High School in November of 2021. Jennifer Crumbley, the shooter's mother, was convicted last month on the same charges. This is the first time a school shooter's parents have been convicted of crimes for their child's actions.
Both parents are facing up to 15 years in prison. President Biden campaigned in Michigan yesterday. News Nation's Kelly Meyer says the president is facing a wave of discontent.
The White House dispatched top officials here last month ahead of Michigan's Democratic primary. After that, we saw 100,000 voters cast their ballot for uncommitted. And we spoke with the one woman who spearheaded that movement, and she says she really doesn't want to hear from President Biden as he returns here to Michigan today unless they're going to call for an immediate ceasefire.
A new poll in Michigan from Quinnipiac University shows former President Trump has a 3-point lead on Biden here in the state. The Prosecuting Attorneys Association of Michigan is urging state lawmakers to give them $230 million to help get rid of what they are calling a desperate shortage of prosecutors in the state. Kalamazoo County Prosecutor Jeff Getting says his office is short-staffed due to being chronically underfunded and has 2 assistant prosecutor jobs open for nearly the past 2 years.
We're going to prosecute 2,300, 2,400 felony cases in a year, and I'm trying to divide those cases amongst 10 assistant prosecuting attorneys.
In Kent County, Prosecutor Chris Becker says they're struggling to get applicants to fill open jobs.
We used to get 30 to 40, now we're getting 2. It's just so it's a different world out there.
Getting says his felony trial attorneys are handling double the cases they should, and his misdemeanor lawyers are prosecuting 2 to 3 times the number of cases as they should. Each county would receive around $2.7 million under PAAM's proposal, but the money is not in the proposed budget by Governor Whitmer. And the investigation of the Clinton Township industrial fire last week has been delayed by a month. Officials say that is because there are several agencies that need to be present to start the probe into the fire and resulting explosions at select distributors and GOO Smoke Shop, which killed a 19-year-old and injured a firefighter. The field part of the investigation is now scheduled to happen in the first week of April, but officials say it could be delayed again. You're listening to Michigan Mornings from Ave Maria Radio and streaming us on the Ave Maria Radio app. Your local weather's next. Now this. In Detroit today, it's going to be cloudy this morning, becoming partly cloudy later on. Highs will be in the lower 50s. Tonight it will be mostly clear with lows in the mid-30s. Tomorrow, breezy with partly cloudy skies, highs in the upper 50s. Sunday will be cooler with a chance of rain showers in the afternoon, highs in the lower 40s. Monday will be mostly cloudy with a slight chance of snow showers in the morning, highs in the upper 30s. In Saginaw today, it will be mostly cloudy this morning, then partly cloudy later on. Highs will be in the upper 40s. Tonight, expect partly cloudy skies, lows dipping to the lower 30s. Tomorrow, it will be breezy with mostly cloudy skies, temps in the lower 50s. Sunday will be cooler and partly cloudy in the morning with a chance of snow showers in the afternoon, highs in the upper 30s. Monday looks to be mostly cloudy with highs in the mid-30s. In sports this morning, the Detroit Lions are extending contracts for head coach Dan Campbell and general manager Brad Holmes. The deal added 2 years to Holmes' contract and an additional year to Campbell's initial 6-year contract. Detroit Lions owner Sheila Hamp says Campbell and Holmes have been the driving force behind rebuilding the team. Welcome back to Michigan Mornings. I'm Matthew Handley. Thanks for joining us. We've got some more news to bring to your attention. For the second time since 2017, a student from Detroit Catholic Central High School has been awarded the National Catholic Education Association's Youth Values, Valor, and Vision Award. Catholic Central senior David Kibbe was among 12 students chosen for the award from more than 1.6 million Catholic school students across the country. He was presented the award in January during a Mass at Catholic Central by Detroit Auxiliary Bishop Jeffrey Montfortin. American missionaries are trapped in Haiti and they're worried that no one is coming to rescue them. Mark Mayfield has the story.
The Caribbean nation has descended into chaos as gang violence has overtaken the country. One missionary, Jill Dolan, helps run an orphanage in the capital Port-au-Prince and says the U.S. Embassy hasn't been able to provide much help. At the embassy, non-essential personnel have been evacuated, and additional Marines have been brought in for security. Civil order has broken down in the city, and bodies reportedly have been piling up in the streets because there's been nobody to collect them. I'm Mark Mayfield.
This past week, a group of Michiganders, including Detroit Free Press columnist Mitch Albom, were rescued through coordination with U.S. Representatives Lisa McClain of Michigan's 9th District and Corey Mills of Florida's 7th. We have a traffic report for you this morning. Part of the Lodge Freeway will close this weekend for bridge work. The freeway is closing between I-75 and Grand River Avenue starting at 8 p.m. tonight and is not expected to reopen until 5 a.m. on Monday. Drivers are encouraged to use I-75, I-96, or I-94 to get to downtown Detroit. This is Michigan Mornings. Gaudium at SPES says Christ makes all free, so that by denying their love of self and taking up all of Earth's resources into the life of man, all may reach out to the future, when humanity itself will become an offering acceptable to God. I'm Matthew Handley. Thanks for joining me this week for Michigan Mornings. You can connect with me on X @Radio Handley, and Lord willing, I'll be back on Monday. Until then, goodbye.